With 0-0 here at the Vic, second game in a row, we've had to play this most of the second half with 10 men. Just what's your overall assessment of a really hard-earned point?
Yeah, it's a good point. Again, due to circumstance, we can have no complaints on Tuesday in terms of playing with 10 men, but we can today and that's why I said previously, winning 8 games on the spin here is a great record, because we have officials rock up here every week that are absolutely not good enough to referee, unfortunately. And if I'm wrong, I'll apologise. If he's wrong, which I'm 99% certain he is, there's no way I'll get a phone call and an apology. And that decision has cost us the chance of winning the game. It cost us a big chance of winning the game. But he'll rock up and have another game next week, and it'll be all hunky dory. It'll be fine.
Just looking at the 2 yellow cards, obviously the first one, Timmy's obviously reacted to something, and the 2 lads have gone. We just kind of described it as commentary. It's a competitive game. Probably it didn't really need the yellow card for either men. And then the second one, obviously, you fully believe that he's bought the foul.
I think there's 8 yellow cards, and there's probably one tackle in the game, and then Lids gets booked for time wasting. Their lad takes matters into his own hand and boots him in the air. He gets a yellow. Timmy gets booked and the 18 get booked for a reaction when the 24s kick Timmy on the floor. And we'll look at it, but again, unfortunately, we're not in the Premier League and we don't have different camera angles. But the 24s kick Timmy when he's on the floor. Nothing happens to him. He doesn't get booked. So Timmy gets booked for a reaction. The lad's then laughing at the referee when he goes down. There's no contact whatsoever. He hits the floor. It should be a booking for diving, if you like. But he sends him off. He couldn't wait to get his yellow card out of his pocket. His performance was shocking, absolutely shocking. And like I said, I don't have a go at referees. But when they decide the outcome of the game with wrong decisions, they need to take accountability for it, and they never do, and nothing changes. So I won't go and speak to him. I know Graham is coach. What's the point? I'm wasting my breath because nothing gets done.
Just on the performance on the field, obviously starting from the beginning, really, Tom White came back into the side alongside Featherstone. What was the idea there? And obviously Cooper came in for his first start as well.
Yeah, we're obviously a little bit short, so again that'll do Jake the world of good in terms of his performance. I thought the first half in the defending third and middle third of the pitch, I thought we were very, very good. We came up short in the final third. In terms of, we thought we could get in little slots with Moles and potentially with Shelts behind them. Moles certainly did, and I suppose again, if you're being critical, we should come in front, because even though we've had good situations, Moles has got the best goal scorer or the best finisher in the league in the 18-yard box 1v1 with the goalkeeper, and he decides to shoot and misses the target. That ultimately, if you want to be dead brutal about it, costs us the game, because we should be 1-0 up there, and then it's a different game. So us controlling what happens in the first half and taking our chances and taking our opportunities, the red card potentially, again, as wrong as it might be, may not have a direct impact on the game, and we didn't do that. So that's the one bit where I can be critical. Like I say, in terms of our shape and where thought we could get joy, it worked really well for us in terms of getting between the lines. We just made bad decisions, or had that bad little bit of sort of technique and that last little bit to work the keeper more.
You said on Tuesday when we went down to 10 men that you were so proud of how much we stuck in and kept our shape and structure. Is it a similar reaction in there now, or is it more of the disappointment of how the game's being carried out in the way? I'm all right with. I'm happy with us. Don't get me wrong. Like I say, I can be critical and say that first half when you are on top, we need to be ruthless, so that potentially I suppose a little bit similar to Tuesday, we should come in 1-0 up and then maybe be a different game. You've got something to hold on to, and I can be critical there, but I suppose there's more of an anger in the fact that in this instance the game's been taken away from us by a wrong decision, and that's where we're at. So I'm obviously going to be annoyed, because we've done everything we can, and unfortunately been let down by the third team involved in the game, which again can be the case at times. So changes were made in the second half. Armstrong come off. Was that just a case of him getting a little bit leggy, or?
Yeah, said before, I think in terms of playing with 10, Luke, he's got plenty of strengths. That's not one of them, because he probably isn't gonna, hasn't got the pace really to sort of get away from people and running behind, and you need somebody up there that's either going to be a focal point or can be a threat on the break. Listen, I think Mason can do better, don't get me wrong, in terms of what he gave us when he came onto the pitch, and we, like I say, it's where we probably miss like a Joe Gray or somebody with some pace, like because with Oates, and needs one transition, one turn or one ball in behind can result in a chance, and you're getting away 1v1 or you're getting at someone 1v1, and that's probably, again, you can't sort of, I suppose, plan for playing with 10 men every week, but again, they're probably the characteristics you need in your players, and we probably didn't have that option today.
Just mentioned OT, that looked like the last chance of the game, and it was a real breakaway. Did you think that was going to be the winner?
Yeah, he's got to shoot though. He hits the ball like a rocket with both feet. He has to shoot. For me, you're sort of absolving yourself of responsibility there. There's absolutely no question Luke Armstrong with a shot. So Reece has to shoot, because he has to, like I say, he's 8-9 yards out. Why are you looking for it? It's not like it's a blatantly obvious pull back to someone who's free in the middle of the goal and it's a tap in. They've got bodies flooding back. You've got to shoot, you've got to back yourself to hit the target, make the keeper make a save. The keeper has to make a save because of a deflection really, but it's the wrong decision. He's got to back himself there if he's going to be someone who wants to score a larger number of goals. You have to be selfish in that instance, unless the playing an obvious decision is to cut it back, and the playing an obvious decision wasn't to cut it back. It was risk, so I'd rather him take the shot.
Just finally, the unbeaten run continues, and now that's 9 games at the Vic, 8 wins, 1 draw. As we go to Kings Lynn on Tuesday, as the games come thick and fast, what's the message in there for the boys? And does it almost feel like it's a little disappointing at 2 draws in 1 week, or are you more happy with the effort as we go into all these games?
The 2 good draws because of the circumstances involved in it, but we're in the middle of a really tough spell physically, and some look a little bit jaded, a little bit tired, but there's almost light at the end of the tunnel for us. Like I say, we obviously were at Kingston Tuesday, we're back here Saturday. We have Dagenham on Tuesday following Tuesday providing the COVID issues get sorted out there, and then we're into sort of get the bank holiday out of the way, we're into Saturday, so there is light at the end of the tunnel. We've got to keep the next 5 games are massively important to us, and whilst we're a little bit tired, and whilst we're feeling it, we've got to keep grinding out results, and we've got to hopefully go to Kingston on Tuesday and get 3 points, which will be, like I say, will be a big ask, but we're in a good place. Like I say, I've seen that in the first 20 minutes when we had 11 men on Tuesday night, and again in the first half today. Like I say, unfortunately, circumstances have sort of gone against us in terms of not being able to keep 11 on the pitch, and that then becomes tough to get 3 points.
Dave, thanks very much.
Cheers, thanks.